fastest show in sports.
It is a pleasure to begin this show, though, with the single most important thing that happens in sports today. And this involves Major League Baseball. The playoffs are finally here. The World Series is upon us. And when it comes to baseball, across these United States, all these magnificent teams, these wonderful athletes, these amazing moments that we are being handed, only one thing is critically important.
Should the Yankees fire Aaron Boone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why?
He's a jerk off.
If they don't win this year, yes.
I think the Yankee fans would like to see someone who doesn't manage off a spreadsheet.
No.
No, I don't think so.
No, I think we got to stick through the season.
Nah, he's not the problem with the organization.
I go back and forth. I kind of think they should.
Yes.
I feel like he could do more.
Yeah, I'm saying yes, man. He's been around for a while. We've had so much talent, and we've just wasted so many years. I think you got to win.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any day of the week. They should have yesterday.
What other Yankee manager has been here, not a decade yet, but 8 years, and they've gone to one World Series, and have not even won the World Series. They got embarrassed in the World Series, okay? This guy cannot handle a bullpen, and he placates to the players. He coddles them. You need a little tough guy, man. This is ridiculous. This team has not done anything.
We need a tough guy. The New York Yankees need a tough guy. Snarl, snarl, ganache, ganache, to go ahead and get in there. That is exactly what captures America every single time this time of year. Although it is interesting to note that among the experts, the analysts, those who truly know Major League Baseball, the New York Yankees fans are gathered by one individual, one man, one person who knows the game inside and out, who decides to wear a T-shirt that talks about an ass. That's right, not just any ass, mind you, but Juan Soto, and the fact that he was a Yankee and he is now a New York Met. That is the important thing. It's always thrilling to see what happens when the New York Yankees fans get excited and get into the game. Aaron Boone, 8 seasons as the manager, 697 victories, a 58% winning percentage. Now, granted, there are those who are going to say that though he has gone 6 out of 8 seasons being first or second in the AL East, he is 24-24 in the playoffs with 0 World Series. Remember, if you're a fan of the New York Yankees, there is nothing more important, nothing, absolutely nothing, the birth of your children, your livelihoods, the paychecks you bring home, the fact that you live in one of the greatest cities in the world. There is nothing as important as being a Yankees fan and winning a World Series. It gets to the point where some people are so captured, so affected by what happens, that they are forced to tell us about their lives.
Another bad loss by the Yankees, this time to the Phillies, who, even though I like them, I'm not a fan of them beating my Yankees. Never have been. So when they play the Yankees, I screw the Phillies. But we're going to have this conversation about firing Aaron Boone. It's time, I'm sorry. It's time. Need to fire Aaron Boone. No more excuses. Another game full of errors. Another game where they could have, basically won the game. Bullpen is abysmal. And they made a trade today, which is a good trade, but I keep saying y'all need to be patient. But when are we what's gonna happen? I'm so angry I can't even talk. That's how angry I am. I haven't been this angry since the Knicks lost to the Pacers. And I hate the Knicks.
Oh, could you not feel it, America? The rest of the globe? Did you not get drawn in by the sheer emotion of that man that he feels when his New York Yankees lose? Now, of course, all of this comes before the Yankees faced the Boston Red Sox in the Wild Card Series playoff. The Yankees fell behind 1-0. They lost the first game. There was absolute panic. Yankees fans everywhere had no idea where to go. They were reliant on key members of the media to bring the real story to them, the insight, the passion, the knowledge, the analysis that would change everything in games 2 and 3.
What did I say? You don't get to crochet early, and he's going to dominate, and that's exactly what happened in this game. I'm Brian McKeon from Locked On Yankees. A crucial, devastating, absolutely not what you could have lost in Game 1 of the series. Aroldis Chapman was dominant against the Yankees. They got owned on the pitching mound, and they weren't good enough on offense. The team showed no fight, and we got to discuss this on the show later. Pulling Max Fried when he was matching Crochet throughout the entire game destroyed the season, destroyed the series. Hopefully they'll be back in Game 2, but I don't got a lot of faith. We'll talk to you later.
I ain't got a lot of faith. I can't tell you, but there's nothing as a media professional that brings me such joy, that makes me feel so good about my profession, that makes me know that I'm being given the exact inside story of any game in any event, than a reporter from something called Locked On Yankees, who's actually in the stands, who isn't covering the game as a member of the media, who's hanging out there with his smartphone, and who's filing his report from the stands after the game. Oh, huzzah, the beauty of it all. Oh, yes, these journalists today, how they really have themselves in a place where they can give us all the real analysis. This is what it means to be a Yankees fan. Which brings us then to the key point. What is this seething hatred of Aaron Boone? Now, I'm going to go ahead and say, first of all, I'm not a Yankee fan. I was the only guy growing up in New York who was a Mets fan. Everybody else in my neighborhood was a Yankees fan. I don't know why. It was probably because at the time I worshipped Tom Seaver, whom I met years later and found out he was a real son of a bitch. But that's beside the point. I was a Mets fan. And even then, it was everything Yankees, the Yankees, and they had to win the World Series every single year. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, stop being so unhinged. It's not going to happen. Aaron Boone is not the problem. Aaron Boone is simply a guy who goes out there, wins games. I know, I hear it. Yeah, but Eddie hasn't won the World Series, and we're the New York Yankees. Well, guess what? The rest of Major League Baseball has caught up with the Yankees. That's right, baseball is changing. It's no longer the Steinbrenner era. George Steinbrenner is dead. I didn't mean to actually hurt you in that, but George is no longer here. He's been gone a long, long time. So we don't have that era where you could just go out and spin crazy, bring in Reggie Jackson, bring in all these great players, bring in Dave Winfield, go ahead and win more championships. It doesn't happen anymore. It's just not the way the game works. And here's another thing when it comes down to all of this. Not only has baseball caught up with the New York Yankees, not only has the rest of the sport managed to actually get there. And if you look around, I mean, look, the Detroit Tigers are still alive. The LA Dodgers are the best team in baseball right now. The Boston Red Sox came up late in the season. The Chicago Cubs are playing for a World Series. The San Diego Padres were in there. All these other teams, they're just as good as the Yankees. It has nothing to do with any more about spending money. But the biggest thing to think about is, and this is why I love the fans. I love fans. I'm a fan guy. I will always stand on the side of fans. Because fans don't know shit about the game. I mean, look, I love you. I'm here to fight for you. But you just don't know shit about the game. And I can prove it. Back on August the 5th of this year, I got on my social media page, on my Facebook page. And I asked people, I said, all right, you guys, you're all so smart out there. You know so much about the game. So then you tell us, who's the new manager of the Yankees? You all want Aaron Boone fired. And that's one of the great things about when everybody talks about firing a coach. Who are you going to get to replace him? That's the next thing. So I asked. In a short span of a couple of hours, I got over 200 responses to people telling me about who is going to be the next manager of the New York Yankees. Jim Leyland? Hasn't Jim smoked himself to death by now? Joe Girardi? Ooh, let's just go ahead and pull back. Willie Randolph? Jay Johnson, who coaches the LSU baseball team? Brad Ausmus? Ralph Houck. Ralph Houck has joined George Steinbrenner, in case you don't know it. They're both dead. I mean, really, really, really dead. And Buck Showalter. Oh, and my favorite one was a monkey. That's right. There were 3 votes there that said bring in a monkey to manage the Yankees. Guys, things are different. No club is as it once was. But this is the fun of being a fan. Aaron Boone is not going to get fired. Aaron Boone saved his job by winning against the Boston Red Sox. That's important because even if he doesn't win a World Series, he has shut up all the Yankee fans who hate the Red Sox. And he's put them to bed for at least another year. Now, granted, the Red Sox were nowhere nearly as good a team as the Yankees. The Yankees have much better talent overall, and the Red Sox struggled this season. But because you beat Boston, the evil, hated Boston Red Sox Nation, he gets a blow. Now, if he loses the next round, will he then go out? Maybe, but I doubt it. Because again, it comes down to whom is the replacement. I put this out there to absolutely everybody watching this show. Please, you have all my social media that is all talked about during the show. You know how to get in touch with me. Just tell me, but be logical. Who's the next manager of the Yankees? There is nobody else who's immediately out there who's going to make this franchise that much better and that much bigger. Boone has done a really good job. Has he done a great job? No. He hasn't won the World Series yet, and he has to. And they did get embarrassed by those Los Angeles Dodgers. But still, there is nobody else. You've got to admit the fact that analytics are here to stay. Aaron Boone is here to stay. He is going to be here, your manager, in 2026. I know that's tough. I know that's really difficult to hold. I know you're going to say that you'll hate the Yankees and you won't go back to the stadium and you won't go to a game and you won't spend $1 on a new t-shirt, but you will because you're a Yankees fan. And it's okay. But there is nothing to me more entertaining every year, this time of year, than the Yankees and the managerial situation. And then watching and listening to all these wonderful experts tell us all about who the new manager is going to be, because we know baseball better than the Steinbrenners. We know baseball better than anybody in the American League. We know baseball better than Aaron Boone. No, you don't. Relax. You beat the Red Sox. My Red Sox. Think of it that way, okay? Take some solace in the fact that you walloped my Red Sox. You put them out of their misery. They weren't going to win the World Series this year anyway. It's okay. You know why it's okay? Hockey season starts next week. My Bruins are playing. That's another story for another day.
Ed Berliner, the fastest show in sports.